Welcome to the Moody's Tire and Auto Football Extra.
Where honesty and service comes first.
Serving Williamson County for over 70 years. Visit us at Moody's Tire for all your tire and automotive needs.
Stop by and see us at 1600 Columbia Avenue.
Hello everybody and welcome in to the latest edition of the Moody's Tire and Auto Prep Football Extra from the Williamson Herald. I'm Joe Williamson, sports editor, along with the acknowledged expert, Maurice, Patton. And just always
quit that.
No, we're just always glad to have you here with us. We know there may come a day when you wind up going to New York or somewhere else, we're going to lose you.
I ain't going to New York. It's too cold.
Ain't that the truth? You'll have to forgive us. We're a little bit giddy. We finally finished the preseason tab, the preview that'll be in the paper on Thursday, August the 20th. Make sure you get a copy. All 11
it's
teams.
It's always a celebratory time when you get that thing put to bed, isn't
Boy,
it?
isn't that the truth. But even more exciting than that is it comes out on the morning of the 20th, and Maurice, that evening, Thursday night, we get the first football game of 2015. Siegel coming to visit the Class 6A runner-up, Ravenwood Raptors.
We've seen the scrimmages. We've seen the 7-on-7. We've seen the two-a-days. We've seen the sweat. It's time to finally play for keeps right now.
Yeah, Ravenwood, I think, is going to be a little bit tougher than maybe some folks expect. And I noticed on MoPattonSports.com, you still had them kind of up in your group too. They're going to return They're going to return more than I think I expected.
I think, because they lost so much from that state runner-up team last year, that you forget what they've got coming back. And it starts with Chris Rowland at the running back spot. I think he's ready to be that featured running back for them. They lost a couple of really good quarterbacks over the last couple of years. Avery Jankowski 2 years ago. Right. Cole Brown came in from receiver last year and did way more than anybody expected, I think. And if Andrew Rapay can step in there and keep the line moving there at quarterback for him this time around, I think Ravenwood may exceed some expectations.
Defensively, we expect big things from Big Jordan Moore, from Brad Blodorn, Andrew Lutkin. That's when I got to going through names and thinking, hey, this team is a lot better off than I gave them credit for.
Exactly. They did a great job stopping people last year, and early on this year, that may be where they have to make their money because obviously the offense took a big hit. Both receivers, Austin Percy, Austin Burt, and, Van Jefferson.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah,
sure we did.
Exactly. So, you lost 3 receivers in addition to the quarterback, and Seth Rowland did a great job for him at running back as well. So, like I said, that defense may have to kind of hold serve for him while the offense gets up to speed.
Friday night, the traditional football night, and boy, when we open big in Williamson County, we open big. And it doesn't get any bigger, I don't think, than the game that'll be right here at Centennial High School when the Franklin Rebels come calling. You realize, Mo, this is a historic event in that Franklin will play Centennial for the 3rd straight game, not 3 years in a row, but the last game of last year they played Centennial and they beat them. The first game of the playoff last year they played Centennial, and Centennial got even and advanced. Here's the rubber match, and it ought to be a slobber knocker.
And what's really catchy about that is the road team has won each of the last 2 games, and so obviously the Cougars are hoping to stop that trend anyway.
Took 15 years for Centennial to beat Franklin, but now, my friends, this is truly a rivalry, and when we call it the Battle of Franklin, it's really going to be that.
Absolutely. Like you said, you encapsulated it perfectly. It took a while for Centennial to get up to speed, and they're rolling right now, coming off the best season in school history, 10-3 state quarterfinals, and got one of the keys to that team back in Tyrell Dodson, the linebacker, who I think you may see more on offense than you might think.
I think you're probably right. Now, there's another battle going on. We're calling it the Battle of 840, and that's that 840 run from Fairview to Page. 2 Old County rivals, a little difference in size. Page is a little bit bigger, but that never seems to matter. These guys have been going after each other for years. This one should be another one of those great games.
I think it will, and I think what you're interested in that ball game, you got 2 great quarterbacks.
Oh, yeah.
Michael Magochi at Page, coming off a great season. Big, tall kid, throws it all over the place. Hunter Zimmerman makes things happen, both with his feet and with his arm. He's really a gunslinger back there. Fun game to watch, I think.
That will be a good one out in Rudderville, starting, I guess they're going to kick off about 7 o'clock, too, at Page. Some of the other contests that will open up the season, one we'd really like to see a little bit more of, and I guess Doug Dyer's going to go take care of for us, and that is Independence, who, man, all eyes are really on them. You've even kind of pumped them up pretty good. Going to Brentwood, a Brentwood team that's been down. Ron Crawford's back, and I understand the entire attitude, the entire aura around that program has gone back to what it used to be.
Well, you knew it would.
Oh, well,
I mean, because he wasn't going to stand for anything less than that. You know, he steps away for 3 years, goes down to Cleveland. They go through a couple of coaching changes, get lucky and get him back in there. And I think that it's got the community, certainly the program, excited. And how can you not be when you look at what Ron Crawford got done over the 10 years that he was there?
Oh, yeah. Now, if you talk about quarterbacks, passing games, Independence, Bunch, Johnson, Huner. Yeah.
But we were down at Independence last week for the their big scrimmage with Franklin. Daniel Wright is a name to remember because when they do decide to hand it off, he's going to be the guy that's going to get it most likely. And I was really impressed with the way he ran the ball against Franklin the other night. Scott Blade's going to throw it.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say, surely you're not about to tell me it's okay.
Yeah, but at least they've got some options when they do decide to run it. And as we've said on a couple of occasions here over the last couple of weeks, I think Andrew Bunch is going to run it more than we've seen him run it in the past as well. So when you have to account for him in the run game as well as the passing game, and then when you got to account for Wright back there, that offense is really going to be something to watch.
And he's big enough, and that offensive line has got some veterans up front, too. That's not going to hurt anything. Now, over on Mac Hatcher, you've got another team that's coming off of a state championship disappointment, we'll call it. BGA, the Wildcats. At home, they'll have Goodpasture coming in. And there was a time, Maurice, when this would have been one of the great mid-state battles. Goodpasture's been struggling, trying to get their program back.
Jerry Jocelyn came in there over the offseason. Basically, he's the third coach they've had in the last 2 years because they had a mid-season change. And you never see that in high school. It'll be interesting to see if he can get Goodpasture back up and running, like you said, and BGA having the year that they had, having Mr. Football coming back in Clay Bethard. That's where it all starts for them. We talked to Rock Batten a few weeks ago about Clay wanting to get into some tackling drills and having to get snatched out of the line, which tells you what kind of kid he is, but also tells you how important he is to what BGA wants to get done this year.
Yeah, and Rock made the comment, it's fun to finally have a quarterback returning when he's a Mr. Football winner. It doesn't hurt my feelings any at all.
Yeah, and he's not going to do anything to really put him in harm's way any quicker than he has to, obviously. So he'll be out there taking a few hits Friday night, though.
Down the road Friday night, the last Friday night game we'll look at, it's Summit going to Spring Hill, Maurice. Summit entering its 5th year of play. The school has 4 wins total in their first 4 years. Not unusual for a brand new school. 2 of them, though, have come against Spring Hill. Now, the Raiders are a bit stronger this year, probably are looking to get the edge back in that 2-2 run.
Yeah, exactly. You know, when they first opened up with freshmen and sophomores, they made the decision, Scotty Kiesler made the decision to jump in and play varsity ball. And they felt like they were going to take some licks early on, but that it would pay off for them down the road. I'm not so sure that it played out that way. Scott Kiesler's not there. Brian Coleman is. Maybe some of those guys got some experience, but this game against Spring Hill, like you said, they've got the quarterback Tylen Oden, who had committed to Louisville and then decommitted not too long ago, but he's still one of the top recruits in the area. They're going to throw it around a lot, and Summit will have to keep that kid in check both in the run game and the pass game. Keep him in the pocket as much as possible, make him throw it from there and get some pressure on him. If they can do that, they might have a shot. If Oden gets loose, could be a long night.
Could be a very long night. Going to be a long day of travel on Friday for Brentwood Academy. They're our last county team to open up, and they don't play until Saturday. They go all the way down to Olive Branch, Mississippi.
Easy for you to say.
Exactly. It's Olive Branch has been one of those perennial strong teams in Mississippi in their big school category.
Just outside of Memphis, down there in DeSoto County, I think it is. The Keisters, they call them, short for the Conquistadors.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. One of those certainly a unique nickname, but they've got a great program, like you said. And they came up here 2 or 3 years ago. I got to see them against Brentwood Academy, and they've usually got a handful of D1 guys. And this year it's Brentwood Academy that's got the D1 guys. Three linemen who are already committed. And you're going to hear about Cameron Johnson here over the next 3 years, and Jeremiah Oatsvall over the next couple. Brentwood Academy's loaded. I mean, and you can say that every year probably, but even more so this year, I think. I think they're really the team to watch in Division II AA.
Next week, we'll have a little recap on what happened in opening week of football here in Williamson County and, of course, preview the big games that are coming up. This, though, I think we're just excited to finally get the ball on the tee, to get some action going. I think the kids are even more excited than we are.
There's no question that they are. I mean, again, when you've been at it as long as they have, and to finally get out there in a game that means something and to get to hit somebody and it counts, they're ready. We're ready. Let's tee it up.
All right, don't forget to stay with us as we'll keep you updated at WilliamsonHerald.com. You can also check out what's going on at MoPattonSports.com. Follow us on Twitter at WH Sports. We'll have scores all night long, and don't forget Scoreboard. They keep scores running too.
No doubt they do. Hit them on your phone, hit them on your tablet, whatever you're taking to the ball game with you. Live scoring updates, minute by minute, literally.
Literally. Well, our minute is up. We do want to thank you for joining us this week. For Maurice, Patton, and our man behind the camera, Charles Pulliam, I'm Joe Williams. We do appreciate you being here. Hope to see you back next week on the next edition of the Moody's Tire and Auto Prep Football Extra.